So we finally got the names. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if I really like this. Mel Kiper has the Browns trading back, passing on Carnell Tate, and taking Kadyn Proctor at 12, and Denzel Boston at 20. Now hold on, because if we pass on Tate for this better be right. So tonight, I'm going to the Tate, because I need to know, are we building something smart here, or are we about to mess this whole thing up? Let's break down the three guys that Mel Kiper thinks is coming to Cleveland. So Mel Kiper think we should go for the gusto, man. He think we should pull the trigger on that Cowboys trade. So, we ain't just trading a pick. We getting a haul with that, you know what I'm saying? So we trade 6 to the Cowboys. And again, we get 12, 20, and we keep 24. So that'll be 3 first rounders. Hey, I told you on the other video, I ain't mad at that. I'm picking up the phone for that. But now, again, it's still kind of, because, like, we really do need Tate, man. We need Carnell Tate. Why do we need Carnell Tate? A sure-handed, the guy didn't have no drops last year. He catch everything. Our biggest downfall, in my opinion, in our receiving core, is that somehow our receivers can't catch. Or at least this year they couldn't catch. So that's why I'm clamoring for Carnell Tate. Now, granted, Jordan Tyson might have more athletic ability or upside or whatever like that. But in my opinion, I just think we need a dependable receiver. Somebody that's gonna catch the ball. And if we could just get somebody that can get open, come down with the ball, and hand the ball back to the ref, that'll be a major upgrade. Just speaking real, like that'll be majorly upgrade. Last year, man, I gotta look at the stats. Man, but Jerry Jeudy had to lead the league in drops by a mile. So we just need a guy here that's gonna be dependable. He can get open. Somebody for Shador to be able to just depend on. And I have to look at Jerry Jeudy and be like, are you gonna catch the ball today, or what you gonna do, Jerry? But now, if we give up the 6th pick, Mel Kiper is projecting us to get Kadyn Proctor. I don't really like that. I don't like that. It's a few reasons why I don't like it, and it's a few reasons why I don't think Andrew Berry's gonna pull it. I don't think he's gonna do that. Even if he do the trade, I don't think he's gonna get Proctor. One, I feel like Proctor is the project. I don't feel like, if you look at his tape, man, I don't think he not like one of them can't miss left tackle guys. To me, you know what I'm saying? If you ask me, I think Monroe Freeland is way better than him. So in my opinion, I think that's what, if we do that trade, I'm thinking that's what he'll probably be thinking, like, man, I hope Monroe Freeland is still there so I can get him. I can't see him because they talking about Monroe Freeland is a project. No, Kadyn Proctor is a project, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Number 2, he got weight issues. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fellow fat guy. I'm gonna knock the LBs off this summer, but I'm just saying. But he got weight issues. You know what I'm saying? They said he got he was like 400 pounds over the last season. So I can't see them getting him when you already got a guy that got weight issues and DeJuan Jones. Why would you do that again? So I can't see that happening. Like I say, I think Monroe Freeland would be a much better option if he's there at 12. We don't know how the first round gonna shake out, but If he's there at 12, I would gladly take him. And that's if Carnell Tate ain't still there. I don't think he'll be there, but that's if he there, get Tate. You already know. Okay, so now if we doing it by Mel Kiper's, what Mel Kiper talking about, that's Kadyn Proctor. Oh, matter of fact, I ain't talk about this. Denzel Boston. Denzel Boston is the receiver he wants us to get, or he think that we'll get. I ain't mad at that either. I like Denzel Boston. Hey, Cedric Tillman. If we get Denzel Boston, if we get Tate as well, it's over with for you. But it ain't only Tate. If we get Denzel Boston, you might as well call it a day, man. Only games I've seen him play good, Cedric Tillman, that is 2 games against the Ravens. Other than that, you forget he even on the team. Like, you'd be like, bro, where's Cedric Tillman at? So, like, hey, if we get Denzel Boston, though, it's a wrap for you, brother. No disrespect. But again, a guy 6'4", they kind of similar size. I think he might be bigger than, or he might be taller than Tillman. 6'4", get up there, catch with his hands. You know what I'm saying? Leaping ability. One thing I didn't get to see was his route running ability. I've seen a few where it looked like he can run some routes, but I'm saying I know Carnell Tate route running ability is top notch. I don't really know that for real with Denzel Boston. That's also crazy because he is David Boston's son from O State. So yeah, I wouldn't be mad at it, man. You know what I'm saying? We just need a big body receiver that's gonna catch the ball instead of dropping everything and not being out there. Our receiving core has just been in shambles, man, this last season. So I guess anything almost will upgrade, So, man, I don't know, man. I'm torn. On this one, I'm torn. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I really want Tate. I really do. I know he'll be plug and play, or at least I feel like that. I feel like you'll put him in there, and I'm not comparing him for real to this guy, but just flow with me. I feel like if you get Tate, he'll be Shador's Davante Adams. I know I'm not saying he Davante Adams. For y'all to do that stuff, I don't know why you act like because I said his name, I'm trying to say that's who he. Of course, he's not Davante Adams. I'm saying he'll be Shador's Davante Adams. I feel like if we get him, dependable hands, can run a great route, run the whole route tree, get open even though he ain't that fast, and he got size, and he dependable. See? So that's why I said that. So get off my back. I know if Bull seen this from Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, he'd be like, what? So you're saying he's Davante Adams? Bro, that's not what I said, man. I'm just saying he'll be his version. That's it, man. So now I need y'all to tell me, man, what would you do? What would you do? Would you trade the pick, man, and get the 12, 20, and 24? That's why I say I'm so torn. That sound like too much. That sound like too much to be true, almost. Like, you can't pass that up. Granted, this ain't the strongest draft, but with that many first rounders, come on, man. You could make something shake. I don't care what draft it is. You know what I'm saying? If you got a good GM, to me it's actually, I don't know what they saying, but I feel like this is a good receiver draft for real. So even besides the guys we've been talking about, it's other guys out there that they ain't really getting that much hype, but you're gonna see them falling off the board or coming off the board in the second round, late first round, early third. You know what I'm saying? It's receivers out there. I put it like this too. if we don't come away with a receiver in this draft, like somebody good, Andrew Berry, come on, man. Like, you gonna be on the hot seat, bro. Like that, like for real. Cause it ain't no reason. By the way, our history at receiver is something that it's just unbelievable. I didn't realize until I think I was watching Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show or one of them shows. I didn't realize we never really had good receivers. Like this whole time. Because even, again, I go back to the 80s, you know, late 80s, I guess you could say. I'm in my early 40s. So I remember Webster Slaughter, Michael Jackson. Really, our best receiver was Ozzie Newsome, Reggie Langhorne. You know what I'm saying? I remember them. But none of them guys they wasn't the top receivers in the league. Then when they leave and you come back, we had a good receiving core then, but they still wasn't the top in the league. But that might have been our best receiving core that I could think of. You had Kevin Johnson, Quincy Morgan, Dennis Northcutt, and Andre Davis, I believe. We had a pretty good receiving core. But again, if you think about that era, so if you think about the early 2000s, ain't nobody going to say their names. They're going to be like, oh, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Larry Fitzgerald, Randy Moss. They're going to talk about them. They ain't going to say nothing about the guys I just named for the Browns. We never had unless other than when we lucked up and got Josh Gordon. That was our very best receiver in history. Ain't that crazy? And it's because we don't really go after no receivers for real. I mean, we did with Braylon Edwards, but I don't know what happened with him. He just like tripped out and knocked out one of LeBron's friends and got shipped up out of here. So our history is terrible with receivers. So AB, no matter what you do, you might want to get two receivers. Like if we get 12, 20, and 24, you might want to get two receivers out of that. That's all I'm saying. So you let me know something. You know what I'm saying, Andrew? Do your thing, brother. But y'all let me know, man. Look, like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all that's subscribing. I appreciate y'all that's keeping the conversation going in the comments, commenting. I appreciate y'all. Also share if you feel the need to share or feel the want to share. So, at the end of the day got to end. But before it does, go Browns.